just had a really nice hour together today. Remember the easy start place that is child's pose, with your knees taken out nice and wide and your big toes touching. Stretch your hands forward, put your forearms on the ground, take a deep, deep breath in through your nose, and then just relax everything down, your chest, spine, heart, all just moving down towards the mat until you feel a real connectedness. Now starting to engage your ujjayi breathing, that's breathing in through your nose and letting the air pass over the glottis in your throat. So it makes a gentle rasping sound, an oceanic sound. Deep breaths, let your neighbor hear your breathing. And long breaths. Now pull in your belly, we call it Uddiyana Bandha, just drawing in the muscles underneath your tummy button. Come up onto your hands and knees, spread your hands out nice and wide. Shoulders up above your wrists, hips above your knees. So make a nice square shape, if you like. Bring the thighs up vertical, arms vertical too. And glance forward, and as you breathe in, lift your tail up and lift your chin up as well. And as you exhale, round your back, looking down at your thighs. Inhale, lift your chest, lift your tail. And then exhale, press into your index finger and thumb knuckles and round your back. Inhale, lift your chest, lift your tail. Exhale, round your spine. Draw your head down. Two more. Inhale, just organic movements of your spine. Exhale, round the back. And one more, just like that. Inhale, lift your tail up, lift your chin, chest forward. And exhale, down to the thighs. Now keep your head right down there. Keep your hands pushing down into the floor. Spreading your fingers out wide. And draw your right knee up towards your chin. Just the right knee up until it touches your chin. Squeeze it in. Breathe in. And then press your right leg all the way back and up to the sky. Inhale, bring your knee up to your chin. Exhale, take the leg back. Two more. Inhale, bring the knee to the chin. Exhale, press back. And inhale, bring the knee to the chin. And exhale, press back and lift all the way up. Now come down onto your forearms, but keep your leg as high as you can. So just lower down onto your forearms. But keep lifting your right heel, squeezing from the inner thigh muscles. Good. Take a big breath and really straighten that right leg. Now come back up onto your hands, but slowly take your right foot down to the floor behind your left foot and put the whole of your foot onto the ground. Outside edge pushes down. Good. Then just spin slightly over to your right side and lift your right arm up to the sky. Stretch your fingers out, press your left hand down into this modified side punch. Breathe in, and then stretch your right hand all the way over your right ear towards the ribs. Feel that side body stretch, and really push down into the outer edge of your right foot here to make that stretch feel so much deeper. Good. One more breath. Then right hand onto the floor and step back to downward facing dog. Breathe in, and breathe out. Roll your shoulders forward, pull your belly in, lift your bum up to the sky, shoulders come above your wrists. And then exhale, press all the way back one more time. Down to your hands and knees, cat pose. Looking down at your thighs, draw your left knee up into your chin. Take a breath, and then exhale, press your leg all the way back out. Inhale, bring the knee to the chin, strong hands. Exhale, leg all the way back. Inhale, knee to the chin. Exhale, press back. Last one. Inhale, knee to the chin, looking down. Exhale, pressing back and lifting the foot up with the leg straight. Lower down onto your forearms, hold your forehead gently down onto the ground. Straighten your leg, lift it just as high as you possibly can. Good. Take a deep breath. And then push into your hands, come back up onto straight arms. And put your left foot down behind your right foot, making sure that the outside edge is plucked down, and take your left arm up to the sky. Push your hips slightly forward so you're very narrow in profile. Take a breath in and stretch stretch your left hand over your left knee. Good. Now you're reaching out for the mirrors in front of you, pushing into the outer edge of your left foot. Put your left hand down on the floor and step into down and facing dog. Walk out your dog, heels pushing towards the ground. Fingers spread out wide so the activity in your hands is centered on your thumb and your first finger. Great, everybody. Lift your right leg up to the sky, very, very high. Bend your right knee and open your hips out. You point your belly button towards the window wall as you lift that right hip on top of the left. Keep your shoulders square. Keep pressing into both hands evenly. Breathe in and step your right foot up towards your right thumb. Good. Drop your left knee softly onto the ground and then lift your arms up above your head. As you exhale, drop your waist down towards your right heel and then lift your arms straight and lean slightly back. 5, stretching the front side of your body. 4, lift your eyes up. 3, 2, and 1. Put your hands flat on the floor, tuck your left toes under and squeeze your leg very strong. And just take your right arm up to the sky and float it out. Good. Spread your fingers, take a deep breath in, and then bring your right hand onto your right hip. Now turn your shoulder a little bit more and draw the shoulder blade down your back, and then take your right hand back up again. Take a deep breath into your fingertips, and exhale, right hand down, right foot back. Come forward to the top of your toes and lower down, chaturanga. Nice and strong. Elbows in, upward dog. Lift your chest, and downward facing. Lift your hips up nice and high. Good work. Breathe in and breathe out. Left leg high to the sky. Bend your left knee. Push your right heel down into the earth and open up your hips, pointing your belly button towards the side wall without spinning the right heel. That right heel keeps wanting to push backwards. Good. Another breath. Look forward. Step your left foot to your left thumb. Drop your right knee softly onto the ground. Lift your hands up above your head. Put your palms together. Good. Now lift your eyes to lift your chin to lift your heart. Breathe in, and as you exhale, just drop your waist down a little closer towards your left heel. Good. Then take your chest up and your arms further back. Lean back for 3. Strong across the muscles of your lower body. 2, and 1. Put your hands onto the floor, tuck your right toes under. Squeeze your right leg straight and take your left arm up to the sky. That's it, very nice. Take a breath in, and then take your left hand onto your waist. Left hand onto your waist. That's it. Now draw the left shoulder back a little bit, and then take your left hand back up again. So we just open the body that much more. Take one more deep breath in, and exhale. Hands onto the floor, step your left foot back, and a high to low push up. Nice and slow, no hurry. Upward dog, breathe in. And downward facing dog, breathe out. 3 breaths. As you look softly between your feet, make sure that your heels are hidden behind your toes. So you just turn your heels very, very slightly out. Good. Now walk your hands 6 inches closer towards your feet. And plug your left hand down into the ground. Lift your sit bones up to the sky. And take your right hand all the way down to your left ankle. You don't want to come up too sharp here. The right hand wraps around the left ankle. Good. Lift your hips. Press into your left hand. Try to straighten your legs as much as you can. 3 breaths. Sliding the hand all the way around the ankle if you can. 2. Lift your hips just a little bit higher. And exhale. Put your right hand down at the front and swap sides. Left hand goes to the outside of your right ankle. Try the outside. Really drop your shoulder down here and exhale. Walk your hands right up to the front of your mat. Good. Take a high to low push up. Upward facing dog, breathe in. And downward facing dog, long breath out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bend your knees, step or jump to the top of your mat. And lift halfway, so straight spine but bend knees. Exhale, bow forward. Let's try this half lift a couple more times. So bend the knees and then straighten your spine. And downward facing exhale breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Push your chest down to your feet. Exhale. Bend your knees and float forward all the way up to the top of your mat. Lift halfway up. Straighten your spine, but don't lift your neck too high. Exhale, bow. Rise up to standing. Take your hands to the sky. Reach up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, glance forward. Exhale, hands down. Right leg back, right knee softly onto the floor. Hands onto your front knee. Breathe in. Exhale, take your groins down into a deep lunge. Take your hands up over your head. Straighten your arms. And lean back, reach back. Pulling in your muscles below your belly button, nice and firm. Strengthening and straightening the front body. Reach out, breathing. 3. Go back a little bit further if your back allows for it. 2. And 1. Hands onto the floor. Tuck your back toes under and straighten your back leg. Bring your fingers back level with your left heel. Lift your chin chest forward. Inhale. Round your spine. Exhale. Straightening into the front leg to your degree. Inhale. Chin chest forward. Bend your knee. Exhale. Round your back a little. One more. Inhale. Chin chest forward. Exhale. Round your back. Inhale. Chin chest forward. And exhale, take your left leg all the way back up to the ceiling. The 3-legged downward facing dog, bending your left knee and opening up your hips, peeling your body open, like you're just peeling the top off a can of sardines. Take a big, big breath in, and exhale, put your foot to the floor. Roll forward to high push up, and lower down, chaturanga. Upward facing, breathe in, big bright heart, and downward facing dog. Exhale, breath. Breathe in and breathe out. Good, guys. Breathe in and breathe out. And at this point in our class, we're just going to ramp up the pace a little bit. We're going to move into a flowing sequence, starting with a tiger curl. So lift your right leg up to the ceiling, nice and high. A little bit of energy. Right knee to the right elbow. Squeeze it in tight. Right leg up, inhale, right knee to the left elbow, exhale, good. Leg back up, inhale, right knee to the left elbow again. Now look to your left and kick your foot out towards the left side. Drop your left heel down onto the ground and take your left hand all the way up to the ceiling. All the way up, lift your hips, straighten that right leg. Now push your hips all the way up to the sky as high as they'll go. Take a big breath in and exhale. Put your left hand down and take your right leg all the way back into 3-legged dog. Bend your right knee and take your heel down towards your buttock. Scorpion. Come forward to scorpion push-up and lower down, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Put your right foot back on the floor and downward facing dog. Exhale, breath. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good. Take your left leg to the sky, really high, nice and high, lifting from your inner thigh. Left knee to your left elbow. Leg back. Inhale. Left knee to your right elbow. Leg back. Inhale. Left knee to the right elbow again. Now look to your right and stick your foot all the way out into the gap towards your neighbor's mat. Drop your right heel onto the floor. Press into the outer edge of your left foot. And swing your right arm up to the sky as high as it will go. Lift your hips, drive down into your left hand. Little bit of attitude here. Big, big breath in. And exhale, hand down, left leg all the way back up. Hook your heel down towards your butt. Come forward and lower down into scorpion push. Upward facing dog, breathe in. And downward facing, long breath. 5 breaths. Just notice somehow you, at some point in your practice, you need that little bit of attitude, a little bit of chin. You know, all those hundreds of years ago, Leonardo da Vinci said, creativity is all born out of aggression. We need to sprinkle it with love to make it beautiful. Okay. So we're going to do that sequence one more time. Right leg to the sky, really high. Right knee to the right elbow, tying the cup. Leg back, inhale, starting to feel fluid. Knee to left elbow, exhale. Leg up, inhale. Knee to left elbow, exhale. Look to your left, stick your foot out. Drop your left heel down, take your right hand up. Pick your hips up, push into your feet. Push into your right hand. Lift and believe, take a big breath in. And exhale, left hand down, right foot up and back. Hook your heel down towards your bum. Come forward to a scorpion and lower down chaturanga. Right foot on the ground, upward dog. Down facing, exhale breath. One breath in. Long breath out, left leg to the sky, really, really high. And left knee to the left elbow, tiger curl. Leg back, inhale. Knee to right elbow, exhale. Good, leg back, inhale. Knee to right elbow again. Look right and kick your leg out. Drop your right heel down and swing your right arm up and spread your fingers out and drive the hips up. And really believe in yourself here. Have loads and loads of confidence in your ability to pick your hips up. Now breathe in and then exhale your hand down and your leg up into the sky, hooking your heel towards your back. Come forward and strong lower down chaturanga. Upward dog. Breathe in. And downward facing dog. Long breath out. Great work, everybody. Rest if you need to. Take a breath. And then step or float all the way to the top of the mat. Lift halfway up. And bow all the way down. Let's take ragdoll for 5 breaths. Tapping your opposite elbows either in front of your knees or even behind the backs of your legs. Drop your head right down, long spine. Breathing. Feet strong on the ground. Maybe the feet are slightly parted for extra balance. Heels slightly wide on the toes. Head way down. Shake your head. Open and close your mouth a couple of times. And swing your hands up behind your tailbone. Interlace your palms on the top of your back. Interlace the fingers and lift the hands right up off your back as if they're coming towards the mirrors in front of you. Stretch out through your shoulders. Take your head down. See if you can even wipe your forehead on your shins. Move your hands from side to side. Get loose. Take away any bits of tension. Great work. Drop your hands back down towards your heels and shake your arms out like 2 great big soggy noodles. And then press your tailbone down towards your heels and slowly lift your arms up into Utkatasana pose. Big, big breath in. Reach your hands up. And as you exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Now your feet and your knees want to be the same width. If they're apart, the same width. Breathe in and exhale. Take your left arm across your right knee. Beautiful. Take your left hand to the floor outside your right foot and reach your right hand up to the sky. Keep your spine nice and long, so don't drop your head down here. Spread your fingers. These fingers are little happiness indicators. One big breath in and then exhale, bow. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Push down into your feet, press onto your thighs and rise up to standing. Reach up nice and tall. And then just wiggle down into Utkatasana for the second side. Keep your chin lifted, draw your hands to your heart center, tuck your tail under and swing to your left side. Right arm over the left arm. Good. Keep your spine long, crown of the head moving forward. Right hand on the floor, left hand to the sky. Breathing, opening up the chest. Turning the left shoulder. Deep, deep breath in. And exhale, bow. Lift halfway up on your in-breath. Hands to the floor, step back, high to low push-up. Upward facing dog. Breathe in. Keep your elbows in nice and close as you come up. And then downward facing, exhale, breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bend your knees, step or float forward. Halfway lift, inhale, breath. Bow, exhale. Put your hands on your waist, push down so you get that rebound energy all the way up through your legs. Reach your hands to the ceiling. Then draw your hands down to your heart center and pick your right knee up with both hands. Pull the knee all the way up to your right armpit and give your right ankle a nice juicy rotation in both directions. Good. Soften your eye gaze. Take your right knee out to the right and your left arm out to the left. So you start to test your balance, and your balance is a big feature of your concentration. Yoga, we call it drishti, focus. Try to peel that hip open a little bit more. Eyes soft on one point. Beautiful. Bring the knee to the center and give the right knee to the left hand, and then draw the knee across your body and gaze slowly down the outstretched right arm. Don't overspin. Come back to the center and grab the back of your right thigh, and then stretch your leg out just as far as you possibly can. Now see if you can lift the toes up and push the heel away, and then start to slowly move your hand down towards your ankle and draw your chest a little closer down your right thigh. Take all the time in the world for 5, 4, keep lifting, belly in, confidence, 3, 2, start sliding your hands back, and then very slowly move your right leg back into Dekasana and open up your arms into this aeroplane pose. So your right foot now way back and your chest all the way to where your right big toe was just a few seconds ago. Breathe. Breathe. Now stretch your left hand out in front of you and tilt your right hip up very slightly as your left hand goes down to the floor and you come into half moon pose off your left hand and left foot. Now if you've got a block handy, you can use that under your left hand. Otherwise just use your fingertips strong and lift your right leg as high up to the sky as it will possibly go. For 5, flex your foot. For 4, push the heel back. For 3, for 2, and gently put your right foot down onto the floor. Bend both knees and lift up into Utkatasana. And who would believe Utkatasana could feel so good? 5 breaths. Sit down a little bit deeper. Draw your low ribs and your tummy in if you can, and tuck your tailbone under. Take too much of an arch out of your back. One more breath, and bow forward. Exhale. Halfway up, inhale. Hands on the floor, step back, high to low push-up, nice and slow. Drop your knees if you're tired. Upward dog, keep your elbows in as much as you can. Push your chest forward, and downward facing, exhale, breath. Full breath in. Long breath out, bend your knees and float lightly to the top of the mat, landing like a cat on a mouse. Halfway up. Bow. Put your hands on your waist or your thighs and just push down so your feet are gluing into the ground as you reach up. Stretch out of your side body and draw your hands down to your heart center. Pick your left knee all the way up to your chest and rotate the left ankle. Just 3, 4 big juicy circles. Eyes soft on one point. When you're ready, take your left knee out to the left side, opening out your hips. Just open them out. Keep your right foot straight forward, breathing, stretching out your right arm. Beautiful balance, everybody. Bring the knee back into the center and give the left knee to the right hand. Pull it across your body and look all the way down the outstretched left arm. Just gently turning your head. Come back in towards the center. Pick up the back of your thigh. Straighten your leg as much as you can, pushing with the heel, lifting the toe, and then slowly beginning to lean forward. So a lot of confidence. Walk your hands down towards your ankle. Pull in your belly. Lead with your chest, your heart, and the crown of your head. Good, Tracy. Now lift the toes up higher. Just for 3, Pull the toes back a touch if you can. 2. And then transitioning into aeroplane pose, pushing the heart forward and stretching the left leg back. Keep your spine really, really straight and long. Lift your left leg. Squeeze the muscles of the left leg so the leg feels light. Stretch your right arm forward to the front of the room and tilt your left hip up on top of your right hip. Drop your fingers onto the floor or to your block. Half moon pose. Good. Breathe. Reaching, lifting that right foot firmly in the ground, the left foot up to the ceiling. Take one more breath, lift it just a little bit higher. And exhale, left foot on the ground by your right foot, bend both knees. Feet and knees the same width apart. Arms slowly up to the sky, Utkatasana. Sit your tail down as if you're sitting in your favorite chair. 5 breaths. Lift up your toes. Make peace with this pose. It's really beautiful if you're not overarching your back. Tuck the tail slightly in. Ribs in, ribs in. Deep, deep breath. Bow forwards, exhale. Halfway lift on your in-breath. Hands down, right leg back, right leg back. Right knee onto the floor, hands onto your left knee. Deep breath. Exhale, lower down into your waist. Lift your hands up to the ceiling. Exhale, just lower down as your hands reach up. Lower your waist down as your hands reach up. 5. Lean back to your degree. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Put your hands on the floor, either side of your left foot. Drop your right heel onto the floor. And then take your hand onto your left thigh and just push yourself up into warrior 2 legs. Little assist. Open your arms out. Straighten your front leg. And reach forward, triangle pose. So stretch your left arm forward and then slide your left arm down your left shin and reach your right hand up to the sky. Great work. Spread out your right fingers and try to draw your right shoulder back a little, Gloria, so that the ribs are stacked above your left thigh. In profile, you want to be very, very skinny here. Draw the right upper body back. Good. The feeling is that we could laminate you between 2 pieces of glass. Now, Uddiyana Bandha, engage the muscles of your belly, come up to standing with your arms out wide, and take your left foot in. Good. Transfer your hands onto your waist, lift your chest up, and bow all the way down. Exhale, breath. Keep your spine really deliciously long. Just reach out and grab hold of your big toes with your first 2 fingers. Just turn your heels slightly out wider than the toes. Squeeze your thighs so your knees don't drop in. Take a big breath in, lengthen your chest and chin forward. And exhale, bow right down and bend your elbows out to the sides. Just draw your chest and your chin, crown of your head a little bit closer down towards the floor. 5 breaths. Heels are slightly wider than the toes. Legs are strong, spine long. Hands onto your waist. And then very slowly rise a nice long spine. Turn your left foot out. Drop down onto your right knee. And then turn your left foot out 45 degrees. Put your left hand on the inside of your left foot. And then open your knee out to the side. Your right knee's on the floor now, remember. Lower yourself down, walk your hands forward to the front of the room. You can use a block under your elbows if you want to, but just stretch forward into this lizard pose. Opening up your left hip. Now if you want to take your right knee off the ground here, you can tuck your back toes under and do that. Otherwise just keep your right knee down on the ground. 5. Breathing. Stretching, trying to get the spine down below the knee. So the spine's kind of underneath the radar, below the radar, flying below the radar. Good. Walk your hands back, please. Just level with your left foot. Tuck your right toes under, step back into three-legged downward facing dog. Bend your left knee, open up your hips, and when you're ready, just flip your dog out. Flip it out, left foot drops to the floor, and then the left foot walks back in a little bit towards the right foot. So the feet are only about hip width apart. Now press down into your right hand, and both feet, and stretch your left hand back behind you, as if you want to touch the mirror. Take a big breath in, and then lower your hips back over and come back to downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out, bend your knees and step or even jump forward. Lift halfway up, bow all the way down, hands on your thighs, pressing down into the earth as you lift up. Exhale, bow down deep. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands on the floor. Take your left leg all the way back. Put your left knee onto the ground. Bring your hands onto your front knee. That's your right knee now. Breathe in. Exhale, drop your waist down. Tone up your tummy, lift in your muscles and lift your arms right over your head. Stretching your arms back, head back, chin back, eyes up. So toning the low back and protecting it with the muscles of the front body. 3, 2, and 1. Gently put your hands onto the floor. Tuck your left toes under. Bring your hands onto your front knee. Drop your left heel down and just push your way onto warrior two legs and warrior two arms. Straighten your front leg. Reach forward as far as you can over the straight leg. Keep your right leg straight. And then slowly take your right hand down and your left hand up into triangle pose. And this time it's the left shoulder that wants to pull back, yeah? So don't drop your left shoulder forward here. You want to be opening your chest up to the left side. And if you've just stretched a little bit too deep, you can come halfway back up. Breathe. Breathe, stretch your fingers. Remember these little happiness indicators. Firm up your tummy, come all the way up to standing. Breathe in. Turn your right foot towards the brown wall. Take your hands behind your back and interlace your palms. Take a breath in, heels wider than toes, and then exhale. Bow all the way forward, all the way forward. Nice, everybody. You can open your legs a little wider if you want to. But again, do make sure that the heels are wider than the toes. A little pigeon in your feet. Safer on your legs, better on your knees. Squeezing eyes. Push your knees away from each other. Drop your head down deeper. 5. Some of you might want to be moving your hands from side to side here. Just lovely organic movements through the body. And then put your hands on your waist and come up with a long, straight spine. Turn your right foot out towards the mirrors and drop your left knee down onto the floor. Turn your right foot out 45 degrees. Walk your hands forward. Lizard pose, second side. Opening up the right hip. So one of the classic areas of tension holding in the body is the inner hip. And this pose, this one as much as any other, just helps to release that tension. And especially if you can come onto the outside edge of your foot, the knife edge of your foot, peeling the knee open, letting the inner arch lift. 3. Walk your hands forward, breathe. 2. Spine down below the height of the right knee. And then walk your hands back. And step into 3-legged downward facing dog with your right leg up in the sky. So stretch the leg out just to take that little bit of tension out of the right knee. And then bend the leg and flip your dog out. Right foot drops down close to the left. Feet walk in together a little bit. Stretch your right arm back over your head. Breathing. Breathing. Press into your feet. One more in-breath. Exhale, lower your hips, flip back over and lie down onto your belly. Rest. Well done, everybody. Take a little moment to make a pillow underneath your hands. Or just take your arms down by your sides. Put your hands into push-up position, please. Just lift your chin and chest up. Turn your head the other way and lie back down with your head looking the other side. Okay, take your hands behind your back. Stretch your hands down on top of your tailbone and push your fingers down towards your heels. Bring your knees together, squeeze your buttocks and thighs, and slowly lift everything you've got up off the floor. So it starts kind of naturally with your arms coming up off your back, your shoulders up off the ground, chest, lower ribs, belly pulling in, and then a good squeeze of your buttocks, thighs, knees. One deep breath in, and lower down. Exhale, breath. Big smile of pride and confidence and satisfaction in your hard work. Good. Now just flick your heels up behind you. And like a windscreen wiper on a car, just swish them from side to side. That always feels good. Always feels good. We're going to come into floor bow. So reach your hands around behind you, grab hold of the feet. Now stretch your toes, spread your feet out, flex your feet, look forward without hooking your head up too much. Take a deep breath in and then push much more with your legs than you pull with your hands. Much more leg than hand, but come up off the floor like a pear drop. Beautiful. Try to bring your knees together as much as possible. Yeah. 5. You keep the hips and thighs in neutral alignment. 4, good, Greg. 3, lift up a little higher, Ruby. 1 more deep, deep, deep breath in. And lower down, exhale. Hands into push-up position. Cobra pose, just lifting halfway up. Hands and knees, and child's pose as you exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come to downward facing dog, please. Stretch it out, walk it out, bend it out. Really bend your knees, move your hips. You know that old expression, sing like no one's listening, dance like no one's watching? Well, move your hips a whole lot here, because it will feel really good. And then when you're ready, just make your way to the top of your mat, step, walk or jump. Lift up halfway, and bow down all the way. Now grab hold of your towel, please, as you stand up. Give your forearms and your hands a nice wipe. We're going to take a little break from our normal flow class and do something a little bit funky. Partially because it's nice to do, and partially because we're blessed with having a camera with us. So what I'm going to ask you all to do, the folks at the back row, can you please come up and stand in the same line as everybody who's already on the mat? Farida, you'll need to step back one. We're just going to form one nice straight line, okay? Just join in. Everybody come stand. Now make sure you have tried your arms and your hands, please. We're going to do what's called a community tree. Some of you have done this before. Some of you have never done it before. Lots of you have done tree pose before. Most of you have never done tree pose with your eyes closed before. So we'll try, and maybe I'll join in as well. I'll come into the middle. So we all stand quite close together. Shuffle quite close, please. And take your left hand and just put your left hand on the shoulder of the person to your left. Just gently, just behind the neck. Okay? So we're all in contact? Good. Now pick up your right foot and put it against the inside of your left thigh. We all come to tree pose. We're all in contact. soon as you can, take your right hand and put it on the shoulder of the person on your right. Let's all glance forward into the mirror, breathe in, smile, this row of trees, and now close your eyes. And we sway, but you feel that power, that strength, that support of your neighbor. So let's just be here for 10, eyes closed, 9, just gives the moral and physical support to your friend, 8, 7, keep pushing your foot against your inner thigh against your foot, 5, eyes closed, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently put your right foot on the floor, open your eyes, drop your left hand down, keep your right hand on the shoulder of the person next to you, grab your left foot and put it on the inside of your right thigh. When you're ready, just put your left hand back, lift your chin, smile, close your eyes. Community tree, little orchard, yoga hotspot, a little row of trees. And the blissfulness of standing on one leg with your eyes closed. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Put your left foot down onto the floor. Give a little pat to the people on your sides and make your way back to your mat. Well done. Put your hands up to the ceiling, breathe in. Exhale, bring your hands down to your heart center. Put your own right foot on your own inner left leg. And just take your arms out as if your friend's shoulders are still there. And close your eyes for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Remarkably well done, everybody. It's almost impossible until you've tried it with the friends. Reach up. Bow down. All the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Left foot into the right thigh. Arms out to the sides. Just imagine your friend's shoulders there. Close your eyes and be there. Maybe your hands are just touching your neighbor. 4. All about relief. 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic, everybody. Well done. Thank you. Can I ask you to do one more thing? We're going to do one more bit of little partnering very quickly. I'm just going to ask Val and Tomo to demonstrate this for us. So, Tomo, would you come over to Val's mat? Or just in front here. It's called partner dances. So, Tomo, lift your right hand up.
Right hand?
Yes. And Val, your left hand. Now, step a little bit away from each other. And both with your free hand, pick up the inside of your leg for dancer's pose. Inside of your foot. Good. Now push your hands together so you can both feel the support of each other and arch your back, lifting the foot up nice and high so your chests, your chins are moving towards each other, and when you're nice and stable, just look up at each other and smile. When you're stable, just get a smile. And then gently release. Come to the other side, so we maybe just want to adjust the distance.
I think we should.
You can do it either. I think so. You can say that. Beautiful. Breathing. Can you see each other? No, I don't want to do that. Okay, grab a partner, everybody. Greg, I'll come to you. Grab some of this, more or less the same size. Focus down. Grab the inside edge of your foot. Push your hand against your friend's hand. Lean your chest toward each other. Open the thigh. Lift your chin. Oh, come down. Can you step a little bit further away? Lift the spare foot. Push your chest together. Chins together. Reaching out. And gently. Well done, everybody. Come back onto your own mat, please. Say thank you to your friend. Come back to the front of your own mat. Standing up nice and tall. Reach your arms up to the ceiling. And exhale, bring your hands behind your back. Step your left leg back. Leg length. Left leg back. Lift your chest up. Bend your right knee just a little bit. And then bow forward over your right thigh. And then slowly straighten the right leg. Bringing the hips back. Coming into your pyramid pose. See if you can bow your chest down a little bit deeper for you. That's so good. Take a deep breath in, full breath out, and then step your left foot up to the front of the mat. Lift your hands up, inhale. Hands behind you, exhale. Step the right foot back, bend the left knee a little bit, breathe in. Exhale, bow down the left leg, straightening the left leg as you do. Pulling the left hip bone back. Bowing. Squeezing. Stretching. Beautiful. Whenever you're ready, just step your right foot up. You can bend your left knee a fraction. Separate your feet, turn your toes out and come back down into a squat. And press your knees apart with your elbows as you bring your thumbs in towards your heart center. Breathe in, lift the crown of your head. And breathe out, sink your tailbone down. Now put your right hand on the floor just by your right foot and stretch your left hand up to the ceiling. So right hand on the floor, left hand up to the sky. Now either stay there or wrap your right arm around the front of your shin, your left arm behind your back and take a bind. So your front arm wants to go around the front of your knee. Otherwise it's not really a bind. Draw the left shoulder blade down, turn your head, take a breath, and then exhale, come back to the center. Left hand onto the floor, right arm up to the ceiling, stretch up. Breathe. Either stay there or wrap your right arm behind your back, your left arm behind your front shin. Looking up to the sky, breathing in and all the way out. Good. Come back to your Malasana squat pose and let's have one go at crow pose before we end up down on the back. So hands onto the floor, squeeze the upper arms with your inner knees, glance forward, pull your tummy in and lift your feet up off the ground. Have a couple of goes at it. Maybe just one foot off the ground today, maybe both will come up an inch. And then when you're ready, sit down on your backside and cross your legs, please. Sit down on your backside and cross your legs. Now grab hold of your butt flesh and draw it back so you're sitting actually on your sitting bones. Take hold of your block and place it somewhere just in front of your shins, on its lowest, its second, or its highest edge, depending on how flexible you're feeling. Lift the crown of your head up, take a breath in, and then just bow down and put your forehead down onto your block. Maybe you need a block, maybe you don't need a block. You can use its first edge, its second edge, you can use 2 blocks, whatever feels good for you right now. But after 5 lovely comforting breaths, see if you can move onto a lower edge. See if you can take the block onto a lower edge, or if you've just got a block on its lower edge, maybe move the block altogether. ahead, come all the way up. Keep your legs crossed, stretch behind you, take your right hand behind your back, but almost searching for your left buttock, so the hand goes quite a long way around. Then grab your right knee with your left hand to form a little bit of traction. Lift the crown of your head and lengthen your spine. Breathe in, and then exhale and twist over all the way around your right shoulder. Belly in, spine long, head high. 3 breaths. And come round to the other side, grabbing hold of your left knee with your right hand behind your back, kind of level with your right buttock. Lift your chin chest. Exhale, twist. Good. Come back to the center, lie down onto your back, hug your knees up to your chest. Sway from side to side. Pull your nose up between your kneecaps just to give the back a nice flexion. And then let's take an inversion. You can put a block straight underneath your hips, underneath your sacrum for Viparita Karani, lifting your legs straight up. Or you can grab hold of your hip bones and push your legs straight up into the sky to a shoulder stand. Your choice, always your choice. But do be very careful on your neck, please. No weight into your neck. A little bit of abdominal muscle activity, squeeze of the thighs, but then relax your feet. Relax your feet, but still pushing upwards through your feet. Now very carefully take your left leg down to the ground behind you, and at the same time push your right heel towards the mirrors in front. So really stretch your legs out like a giant pair of scissors. And then when you're ready, swap sides. Bring your right foot down to the ground and take your left foot forward like a giant pair of scissors all the way to the front of the room. And then take your legs up to the ceiling. Take a deep breath in and open your legs out to the sides. Nice and wide. Really, really wide. Stretching your heels apart. For 5, 4. Push your heels away from you. 3, 2, and 1. Bring your knees in, drop your knees down to your eye sockets, and then very, very carefully, bone by bone, just lower your spine down onto the earth. So link by link, bone by bone. Stretch your legs out in front of you. Close your eyes for 5 breaths. We're coming towards the end of the class. Slide your palms underneath your buttocks. Palms down, and slide and push your hands so far down that your butt cheeks are actually on your wrists more than on your hands. And your arms are pretty straight underneath you. Now lift your chest up, but keep your butt flesh on your wrists. Lift your chest up nice and high. And then tip your head back, all the way back, all the way back. So the crown of your head is touching the floor. Shoulders relaxed, but your chest is lifting. Good. Now try opening and closing your mouth a few times, really wide. Opening of your mouth is going to feel really nice. The closing of your mouth is going to feel fantastic. Just try that a few times, maybe even sticking your tongue out. Nobody can see you. Stick it out and roll your tongue all the way around your mouth. All your way around your mouth. Point your toes. One more breath. And then lift your head back off the floor. Put your chin onto your chest and slide your hands away from underneath your buttocks. Lift your legs up and draw them into your chin. Lift your legs straight up to the sky. pushing your heels upwards. Very, very simple bit of ab exercise to finish with. Take a breath in, and then lower your legs 30% of the way down towards the ground, bringing the toes back towards your face. Legs are strong. Breathing. Inhale, and lower the legs another third of the way, so they're 2/3 of the way to the floor. Now another deep breath, and then just lower your legs until your heels are about 6 inches off the floor, and then lift your shoulders and head up off the ground, and slide your fingers down past your knees. So we're making a little dish shape, lifting into a little dish. Good. Hold for 10, and really pull your belly button into your body. 7, 6, 5, smiling is obligatory. 4, 3, 2, 1. Head down, legs up. Exhale, legs down 1/3 of the way. Last time. Deep breath in. Legs down 2/3 of the way. Squeeze your thighs, push your heels. Breathe in. Legs down to 6 inches off the ground. Chest and shoulders up. Slide your hands down your thighs, looking for your toes. Holding 10. 9. Belly button in. 8. 7. Now remember the camera's on you. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Lift your legs to the sky. Take a deep breath in. And then put your feet on the floor. Exhale, breath. 3 breaths. We'll finish with a supine twist. Everybody will take the lights out of your eyes.